Hi, community. How are you doing? This is Spirit Guide. Thank you for coming back and getting some more information. So today I am going to be using messages from, of course, Divine Beloved. This tends to be our go-to pack, and the other ones that you see on the side. So today was very strange. I was just recording a video. It'll be a blooper video soon, and my phone rang, and I don't edit, so I had to stop the video in order to answer the phone. But it's just interesting how that phone call happened in the middle of me doing a reading, and then when I look at the cards in the reading, it was like decisions now, answer. I was like, oh my goodness. So it's just interesting. Again, I'm a new tarot reader, so, really oracle reader, new tarot reader. I normally don't use tools. I use my intuitive abilities, and I also channel spirit guides, right? So I get messages through spirit guides. So when I do in-person readings, which I will be leaving a link, and if you're interested, when I do in person, and in person for me is just, it could be text message, it could be Facebook, it could be Instagram. I'm gonna update my IG. I haven't really done that. It's just up there, but it's set to extreme private. Because that's where the people, when I was doing readings, they would go and get their additional messages. After I do a reading, usually for the next 48 hours, you will get some kind of communication from me. Because what happens is when you leave a person that has spiritual or intuitive gifts, your energy stays behind. So once your energy stays behind, that's why people sage, they cleanse, they do things like that just to clear out the energy so that they're not getting messages for 24, 48, 72 hours. I do it a little differently. I clear the energy intuitively, or after a reading, if I really want to, clear energy right away, because maybe I have another reading coming up, like another text coming in or something. I'll walk around outside. I'll take some time walking my dog. I'll walk the neighborhood. Maybe I'll go into a store and buy something like a soda, just to have interactions with other people. So, therefore, that energy that was in the space with me, it has lessened. So when the next person comes in, the energy is stronger. There's a lot of ways to clear energy. So I basically take the most low, non-invasive method of clearing energy, but I do still have the residual energy from the first person, and I will text them up to, usually I only one time I had 48 hours. But usually I tell people, thank you. Usually I tell people up to 24 hours, expect a message from me if there is a message for you, right? And that's usually from your spirit guide. And people have told me that the messages I give them after the reading answer a question they asked after the reading, right? Ask the spirit guides a question, almost like a test. Like, if that was real, have her text me, what's my favorite dog or something. I don't know. So sometimes the message won't make sense to me and I'll just pass it on, and sometimes I don't have that experience, but I do tell people up to 24 hours after, expect a text message from me. All right, so in saying all of that, this is new, so we're gonna go into the divine beloved. Okay, so energy is the focus, right? Our energy, we want to be aware, stays in a place, in a space. It stays with people after we leave, right? The memories are the actions that we create within a time frame, but that energy is going to stay there for a while. So we want to definitely, as a go-getter group, because we are definitely some go-getters here. This community are go-getters. I'm getting a lot of leadership vibes, a lot of leadership energy, small business owners, corporation. I mean, I'm really getting some high energy from this group. Um, we want to remember, that's why when people say, at least I know my mother and grandmother used to always say to me, um, be careful who you meet, right? Because who you meet, you're changing energy with them, right? You're changing energy, and you're you take a piece of their energy with you when you leave, right? So just be careful who you meet, okay? I think what was her name? Shirley Jackson said the same thing, right? Be careful who you see, be something in the bed and someone in the streets or something like that, right? A little bit before my time, but my mother and grandmother used to always they loved that lady. So and like no pain no gain, I think the song is called. So yeah, so just be mindful of that as you go through your day, okay? All right, so let's start with divine, bottom of the deck. What does that say? Centered. Okay. All right, centered. All right, divine. Thank you for these 24 hours and thank you for allowing my community to have another 24 hours. Another shot at being great, another shot at continuing to be great. Okay, is there some energy that you can give me around these 24 hours? What should we be focused on as a community? What should we be focused on as a community? What? Why is this card calling me? Okay, let's see. All right, one more, please. Can I have one more um, piece of advice? One more piece of advice for my community, please. Yeah, the card I looked at, I thought it said centered again. It said playfulness. Because you know how the cards have been coming back up, which is interesting. Okay, let's take this one. It's touching my finger. Okay, take two. All right, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Wow, beautiful card. These cards are gorgeous. Emotions. Emotions, okay? Wow. I release strong emotions. Yes, and we were just talking about that with energy. Look at that. Okay. I love when that happens. Oh, wow. Okay. Beautiful. Evolution, right? Evolution. That's what we're about here. Evolving into our best selves. And it's a journey. It doesn't always happen every day, and it doesn't always happen consistently, right? Because we're perfectly flawed as humans. We're perfectly flawed, but we are, and we should always. It says, "I welcome change for evolution." We should always strive to be that best human that day. And the best human that day does not mean we did everything right. Right? We're perfectly flawed. And it's just accepting that we're perfectly flawed. We're okay. All right, so when I see the strong emotions card, immediately the energy I'm getting from this intuitively is, just a lot of love, a lot of balance going on. There's a lot of balance going on. Um, and in releasing strong emotions, we also have to be aware that other people are going to be affected by those strong emotions. So we want to just we want to release them appropriately, right? So that there's no like reckless emotion releasing going on. um Beautiful, beautiful, right? It says, let me bless and release anger, resentment, or bitterness, right? May I release any emotions that block happiness and contentment. That's exactly what we were talking about. That energy, right? When it leaves, it's got to have somewhere to go. Thank you, bells. I have another bell. Okay, I have a message. um, okay, so let me get back focused. Okay. So when I see evolution, I see change, and I see love at the same time. Okay, so let me get some prism on this. But this is beautiful. Evolution. This is a new card for me to even see because I've been getting some of the same cards. Let me welcome change in a lifting and surprising way. Trust the process, right? That's what we're all learning to do, is trust the process of life. At this point, it's the process of life. I think we all learn that. We just got to trust what's happening. We can only be and do what we can do, and that's it. Okay. All right. Bottom of the deck is frustration. Okay. All right. May I please have some energy surrounding Emotions. Oh boy. Rejection again. Okay. Hey, we're rejecting the negative energy. I get it. No problem. All right. May I please have some more energy on emotions? May I please have some more energy on emotions? That card we all know has been coming up time and time again. But it's okay. That's what happens when you're cleansing, right? You have to reject some things. You have to get it out the way. There we go. Love, right? I think I was saying that earlier. I'm getting a lot of love on that emotions card, right? Just a lot of love, and I was getting love on this evolution card too. Okay, let's do one more, please. Can I have one more energy, please? One more energy. Okay, I'm not gonna take those because that was just a poor shuffle. Okay. Is there any more energy out there? And I love the gold binding because it stays gold. I like it. Okay, is there any more? Ooh, alrighty, I'll take it. Oh wow, I've never seen this card before. Space. Oh, okay. All right. What's that about? Space. Okay. So intuitively, I'm getting there's a lot of energy here. This is the first time I've had energy clarify each other. you know, I always ask for energy to clarify one or two, but now it's kind of like this is the story it began, and this is the ending. It's ended the story. You know. All right. So intuitively from this spread here, let me just make sure that this is the way it should be laid out. Yeah, this is the story. This is how it should be laid out. Okay. So from here, I'm getting a sense of there's a lot of brightness coming from this card. See, um, but to me, it's almost like there's sun coming from it. You know, not the lines that are on the paper. Literally, there's sun coming from it. Like if I had sunglasses around me, I would put them on. Like it's bright. This card is bright. Um, so if I do move it, it's just because it's really bright and it's kind of focusing me here as opposed to here. Maybe that's what it's supposed to do. I don't know. All right, so here I'm seeing, of course, with our emotions, we're releasing strong emotions, our energy is moving forward. We are going to reject anything that's negative, right? We're rejecting anything that's negative, and we are rejecting negative space, right? That's all that black, right? So in colors, black is the absence of light, basically, it's the absence of light. So, black is seen in photos and things as negative space, right? Not meaning it is a negative value. Anything with it is negative. No, we're not talking about people here. No, we're talking about the color. This color, right? It's just the absence of light, right? So it is. Um, but interestingly enough, this is the culmination of all colors, right? So it's the absence of light, but it's the culmination of all colors. It's interesting. So with space for here, I'm hearing we're rejecting anything that is not of the light, anything that is not of love, anything that is not of our highest value. We're rejecting it, right? We're going to continue to do that. Our emotions, we're kind of filtering through our emotions today. We are continuing to develop, um, but we are also at some point needing space, right? Thank you for the chime. We're needing space. Okay. If you need space, take it. Take the space, you know? But in you taking space, I just want to let you know that um, solitude all the time is like we can't let our emotions rule us. You know, we can't let our emotions take over at all times, 24/7. You know, we'll be walking around like, you know, I don't know, very unbalanced if you let your emotions all the time take control of you in every situation. There's a time and there's a place for it. Just acknowledge your emotions, right? And acknowledge your emotions. Reject what's not of the light. Reject what you don't need to be bothered with right then and there. But do it with kindness. Do it with love. Okay. Our overall energy for today is love, right? So just move through life. Move through the energy today that way. Okay. All right. All right. Let me get some moonology on this. We're coming up to 15 minutes. Right? It says show the world the real you. Right? That's the bottom of the deck. Show the world the real you. Beautiful. I agree 100%. And it's not easy showing the world the real you. I live the real me all the time, and it's not easy. It's not easy sometimes. But believe in the impossible. Okay? Believe in the impossible. Okay, let's get one more moonology to wrap this up, please. One more moonology. Is there an energy that we can have here that we can develop and we can just close out our thoughts for today on? Hmm. Nothing is yet set in stone. Nothing is yet set in stone, and believe in the impossible. It's the same message. It's the same message. They're talking about impossibility. They're talking about uh, just the sheer value of anything is possible, right? Nothing yet is set in stone, and believe in the impossible. They're saying the same thing, right? That's where we're coming from with our rejection. We're coming from with our filtering through of the energies. That's what the rejection card in this reading is saying to me. This is a filter. In this reading, it's a filter. It's a filter. We are filtering through the emotions. We are filtering through how we're showing up in the world. We are increasing our hope. Hope is increased tenfold in this community through this reading. And love is amplified. Remember, this is a bright card. Not as bright as it was in the beginning of the reading. It was kind of bothering my eyes. It was very bright. But now it's still bright. But love is the filter for here. It like rejection is filtering and love is like the funnel part, if that makes sense, right? Everything coming through and coming to us is going through love. It's being seen through a vessel of love, right? um and when we have our, like we talked about space already, you need it, take it, but I'm also hearing create a space for love, right? Create a space for love. I don't do love readings, but it always sneaks in. Like literally it did it today. uh yeah, so just create a space for things you need in your life and things you want in your life. Create that space, create that option, create that moment. If you want to have a beautiful new car, create the space, start the savings, start the plan, start the research. Those are your intentions, right? Once you put your intentions forward, it turns into actions. Okay, so once you do that, then you start to see that the space has been created. That blessing will start to find, it'll attract itself to you. Okay, as opposed to you attracting yourself to it. Always set your intentions high. Okay, and keep hope alive. Hate to be so cliche, right? I forget who said that, but keep hope alive. It's there, right? It's there, confirming the beginning and the end of the reading. Okay. um and we're all about change coming up, right? So this community is changing very rapidly. Okay. Wonderful. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching my video. Again, if you like it, hit that like button. And if you want to subscribe so that you're aware when other videos of mine come out, do that as well. Other than that, have a wonderful, wonderful 24 hours. I will see you next time. Bye bye.